Menu narration option is set to off.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll get a look at Ezekiel Elliott. He looked real good a week ago with almost 160 yards.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Commanders trot to the field for their first possession, and it's the seventh-year quarterback out of North Dakota State leading the way. His third NFL team, Carson Wentz. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lines.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a seventh season, it's Dak Prescott who brings him out.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent, too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes
sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense.
Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Holding, offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Prescott down. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. This is fielded at the 27. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is what you want to see from the defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
23 yards the pickup there.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
The numbers for Zeke from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. And that's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up, because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. rolling to his left. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The Cowboys at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
On third down, it's Prescott. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go to Elliott again. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
One man in the backfield, that's Elliott on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, the Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. Wentz bringing the Commanders out for 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing is Wentz. Thomas brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Not to take him for granted, but it was business as usual for Terry McLaurin, up over 1,000 yards for the 2nd straight year. Now he gets to work with Carson Wentz in Washington and may be the best receiver Wentz has had to throw to in his entire 7-year career. That connection yields a first down with that throw.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to lick the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
On second down, a run with Gibson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Here we go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 13 yards there on a Washington first.
13 yards. First down, Commanders.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Commanders have taken the lead in the second quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 30. 10. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
Well, let's be honest. A lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking out some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. There was a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wentz going to try and throw on third. Got an open man, finds Gibson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Again, it's Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wentz now to throw. Out to his... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Tressway on fourth down is sent out to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff, ready to go. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke, and he'll be out right at the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second and a couple, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33. That one goes for 24 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Looking to throw, Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to get this down near the 25. From the 25 on second down, Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First down carry by Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the running crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the draw, it's Gibson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Wentz. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And some room to work. Still on his feet. Jahan Dotson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Wentz now on first down. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Bates. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. Wentz going to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Inside give to Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now Prescott. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. The give is to Elliott, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Elliott will take this into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter punch, rush all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wentz's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On play action, it's Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Gets this to Gibson. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try to run some clock now with Elliott. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Prescott to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So Wentz and the Commanders down 28-21, 90 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle,
kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw, Wentz. Pass complete, Thomas. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now Wentz. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he finds McLaurin. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the